Kwa wale wamesahau mziki yangu bado ni genge. Kwa wale wanatudharau tafadhali msifanye nicheke.
He goes by the name Paul Julius Nunda, but many know him as Juacali. Soft-spoken, I don't know, but let's find out. Kali was born to Doreen and Evans Oditi, both of whom were teachers. He was an introvert since mostly would say he was quiet. Juacali attended Ainsworth Primary School, then joined Jamhuri High School and eventually Kenyan Christian Industrial Training Institute, where he had a diploma in information technology. Besides music, he had an aspiration in regards to basketball since he could play, and he had an ambition to make it to the Kenya national basketball team, which he didn't, blaming it on his height. His earlier foray into music includes singing in a band called Sita Futi, which comprised of 6 people, and this was done while Juacali was in Form 2. His music inspiration at a tender age was vast, sourcing inspiration from both local and international hip-hop artists, with his ever-fast hard hip-hop being from F The Police. F The Police inspired Juacali in a line of the kind of freedom of expression that was there and the information and originality of the kind of music it produced. In 1999, Juacali and his longtime childhood friend Clemo opened Scratch Records, where Clemo and Roba were producers. During this period, Kali made demos and he could freestyle his music. In mid-2000, Clemo and Juacali left Scratch, and this marked the birth of Caliph. Caliph Records came into being after Clemo teamed with Juacali and once more to form the record label that quickly became a hit factory, gaining prominence in the East Africa.
Nairobi kusema tu kweli tumefika. Caliph Records kaa chini best skiza. Jina ni Juacali, MC kutoka leo mteshi kwa amani. Josi likuambia ache mchezo, Josi likishtua ache mchezo. Ruka basi kabla sijavunja hizo meno. Nikuache mapengo, Juacali ndo mtani yao sio.
In 2001, Juacali released his first track, Ruka, which was also the first Caliph record on air. Thus, after a few other records, Caliph had a star on competition from Ogopa DJs. In the late 2003, Juacali partnered with Prezo and thus released Vile Tafanya, and later followed through with Kamata Dem, a collabo with Pilipili. In 2004, Juacali partnered with Flex and released Nyundo, closely followed by Kiasi in 2005. Juacali's song Kiasi idea originated from a petroleum accident that had led to plenty of life loss and the legendary story of Kumi Kumi, with all this effort to be consistent in the music industry.
Genge jina ni bamba mbaya. Yani mziki yani ukisikia ni muziki ya sijui yangu. Nikanipige nduru kiasi. Watu mnajua ni aje? Kitu yoyote taambia leo utanijibu tu. Maisha yangu tamu siku hizi narukia mbala kimamo kituliza. Kabla pombe niwe tabidi mwacha kabisa ama naanze kuikunywa. Ona venywele zangu zimerefuka mpaka taniambia zipunguze.
Kali had his first tour and it was in the UK, this also being his first time to go to the UK. In 2006, he got nominated for the Chaguo Latinis Award, where he didn't win any award, but later landed a partnership with the Motorola company. In 2007, Juacali did a breakup song with Sanaipei Tande, which became a major hit, and a year after, at New Year's Eve, he released Ngeli ya Genge, which was visualized from the normal occurrences. Later, he released Miaka Moja, which was majorly themed on his life history. Kali then did a collabo with AY and Babaluku, which won Palm Award of the Best Hip Hop Song. Juacali's first album launch was done on the 31st of December 2008, and end of January 2009, after the launch, a contract with Orange came through, making him Orange's brand ambassador. Besides that, Juacali partnered with Blood Link, which helped facilitate blood donations. In 2009, he had his second tour, this time in the United States, States, where he did a large ground cover and was majorly based in LA. Coming from his tour, Kali released his third album, Tugenge Yajayo, and later recorded Sheng with Kanyeria.
Kanyeria, Juacali, kuna Sheng ya Khalif, lakini si wote tunaelewana. Kuna Sheng ya Buru, lakini si wote tunaelewana. Kuna Sheng ya Dandora, lakini si wote tunaelewana. Kuna Sheng ya Okongo, lakini si wote tunaelewana. Wagondi skizo wanaitwa madingo, kutoka chwani kutoka mbio. Nikikitisha inganga na kutisha so moja, kikwambia nitegee na kwambia wengoja. Unashtuka nini, wacha kujitisha.
In 2010, his contract with Orange ended since it was a one-year project. He did a show named Kenya Live, which had been sponsored by Safaricom. In 2011, Juacali held a show in Australia and was based in Adelaide. Also managed to perform at the after party for the Rugby Sevens, which was then in Australia. On him jetting back, he released Baba Yao, a song that majorly, to him, targeted the upcoming artists after a tussle with the media industry.
Hawezi neka chini, mini babaya. Hawezi neka chini, mini babaya. Mini babaya, hawezi neka chini, mini babaya. Mini babaya, hawezi neka chini, mini babaya. Mini babaya, chini ya maji nono akinyemelea, na roho zao mbaya na zimesea. Walichukua vakangu wakapotea nayo, santa kuchukua jinangu wapotea nayo.
Baba Yao successfully blew up during the election, leading to Waititu using it for campaign. He later requested a collab with Giuliani and did Sisiri, with the production being done by Clermont. In 2003, he did a Europe tour and was majorly based in London, with most of his attendees being Kenyans and friends of the Kenyans and Sudanese. On the same year, he became the brand ambassador for Guinness, and he would mostly do activations. He also had his firstborn son. In 2015, he released a song with Sana, Juacali, this year being also his second milestone since he received his second born. In 2016, Juacali released his fourth album, Malia Uma. He then released Karibu Nairobi, and the production was done by Kega. The main theme of Karibu Nairobi was to bring up Nairobi.
Karibu Nairobi, Nairobi, Nairobi. Karibu Nairobi, Nairobi, Nairobi. Karibu Nairobi, Nairobi, Nairobi. Wageni wote wanakaribishwa Nairobi, shendo lugha tunaongea kauna kopi. City in the sun, hapana squeezy tunaita city in the gun. Nairobi jina yake ya tatu, robari zoto za idha ya sati.
He then released Vile Nasikia with Waire. In 2017 October, Bab sent him vocals and made Safsana. Safsana being made in Kali for the memories, and later that November, he made Motosana. In 2018, Buddha Blaze called Juacali for the third edition of Coke Studio, and this turned out to be a humbling experience for him, with new adventures and a state of various skill that was shared. During this period, he worked with Yemi Alade, terming the experience great. In 2019, Juacali did a collab with a Mexican artist, Romantico, and Jason Danford, aka Samaki Mkuu, giving us a blend of Mexican and African music. The music was produced by Benjabit. After this, he turned his attention to the new wave of genge termed gengeton, leading to a hit song, Wale Manga, featuring Ethic and Boondocks, and so many more. Reason being, he is the father of genge and was great to create a new version of what he originally created. Currently, he is busy working with Smirnoff and G-Pin and a backtrack of a hit, Chukua Selfie, encouraging people to practice safe sex. That's all we had on Juacali. Thank you for watching. See you again on another episode.